Right, so not much from me on this episode. Bit more of Tom, who's sneaking away in there. He's fitting the fire extinguisher and some of the pull cords. Chip's barking in the background because he's desperate to help, but he's not very good with tools, so we haven't let him. Yeah, so there'll be a lot of work going on here and inside the car. Some of the little fiddly bits, Tom's going to be doing that. There he is, look, he's hiding, running away. So I'll be in and out because I've got to, unfortunately, carry on with my normal job today. But yeah, I'll be jumping in and out when I can, so you will see me about the place. There he is. The grafter himself.
Don't know about that. Don't get it on camera.
What are you boys laughing at?
There he is. Look, there he is. The extinctor is in.
How you doing, Tom? Yeah, getting there. It's taken a little bit of time. Sometimes this sort of stuff is the stuff that takes the time to just get right. It needs doing right.
Yeah.
It's got to be done right.
Tell you what, those grommets there,
I'm pretty pleased with them.
they're lovely, aren't they, Sean?
Who did them, Mike?
That is lovely, yeah.
Considering they're not actually...
Who made them?
They're not even grommets, they're even handmade.
You made them. I'm impressed.
That is actually a performance enhancing feature.
That'll make us go a lot faster.
Yeah.
We're holding the mic with blood, sweat and oil.
And fortunately, there's actually a lot more of that stuff as well.
And I did no damage under there, we won't talk about that.
Yeah. So when Sean crashed his car into his car, cue you crashing you into your car. We all want to do that again. I actually got underneath it and had a look. I don't know if this will work, but let's have a look at peek. Yeah, so where Sean crashed is, you can see that there's a pretty obvious kink there, including bits of, another performance enhancing feature. She's another 2 grams lighter. But yeah, can you see the bend in that? We all thought we'd gotten away with it, but actually she's had her first crash as a race car.
We will repair it. It'll be fine. It'll be like new. It'll be jigged, all professionally.
Yeah. And tell you what, she's getting braided lines as well.
So yeah, we've got braided lines around the new shaft in here. We have a new anti-roll bar links. I've literally stripped this corner to nothing so that we can start putting the new bits on. I just want to prep and clean some of the bits. So when we put the new bolts in, everything is smooth and goes in properly without any problems. And if we do have a problem where we damage something, everything can be removed quite quickly with ease.
It's like brand new.
But it does get rid of all the, it like shocks all the rust off. It's just quite a good little tool for tidying things up.
There's another kilo of rust on the floor there. What have we been doing today, Tom?
Just breathing in diesel all day. Just diesel. Nothing else.
We've learned why Sean thinks the way he does, why his brain works the way it does, because he's spent all of his life just breathing in fumes.
To be honest, at the moment, all I've got is like a monkey with a tambourine just in my head. Just good. So we've had another long night and day working on the C1. We've got tools everywhere. We're going to have a little tidy up, but let's just have a quick run through of what we've done so far. And most of this has been done by Tom and Mike. I came in later on and did a few more bits. So Tom's behind the camera right now, but he can agree with me. These are in, the pull cords, using the special C1 Racing mount, which is quite nice. We didn't use that, but then we saw how deep in the pull cords have to go, so we thought actually we'll buy that because it tidies it up a bit. we've got all the nozzles in for the fire extinguisher, so they just need clipping tidy and mounting correctly. There's 3 of those. They're all in ready. Inside, we've got, what have we got? We've got all the pull cables in inside, all the plumbed in fire extinguisher all in, all the pull cords work, extinguishers mounted, kill switch is mounted. Tom's just going to finish off that now before we finish for the day. So that's there with the kill switch. We'll label that up as well at some point. What else have we got? Come around this side. I'll show you quickly what I've done. I've made loads of mess on the floor here, but as you saw earlier, I put the Apex spring on the front with the new KYB shock. I've broken the ABS sensor. We have to run those, so I've drilled the old one out. I'm gonna have to get a new sensor, but everything else is all right. It's all clear. So shaft is in, the new longer shaft, the new bottom arm with the bushes in. That's all in, and I've just loosely bolted everything for now. New top mount bearing. It's all just loosely bolted. I'm going to do the same on the other side, probably on the next time you see this. So I might be dressed different because it'll be another day, because I don't think we're going to do any more. I'm just going to tidy this corner up, tidy all my tools, and then we'll reevaluate what we've done and then get cracking another night. But yeah, we're getting there. It's quite hard graft. Harder than we thought, isn't it, Tom? Yeah, it's just little things like breaking bolts and things. But yeah, it's all good. It's all coming together. So let's just have an update of what we've done. Right, we've got a new disc there. This is a Ferodo disc with the C1 racing pad fitted. We've got a new shock there, KYB, certain part number they have to be, the OE shocks, you can get them from any motor factors. And there's the spring fitted. We've got our bottom arms fitted, you can see the bush there. We've got the anti-roll bar links fitted there, the longer ones. The longer steering arms fitted with the joint in it there. We've got our toe strap in, bolted through the original hole for the where the thing screws into. Then we come to the back, and we've got another toe strap there. I might put another one on that side. Some people are doing that, it looks like, I've seen. Here we go again with the shocks. We've got the springs and shocks there, KYB again, and then the Apex springs. So that's all done. The things I haven't done yet under here are the tank guard and the rear bushes. So even though we're testing it tomorrow, those are 2 bits that I haven't done yet. So just due to time, really, I didn't want to miss out on this track day. So tank guard to go on and the rear bushes. What else have we got under here? We've got that little plate put in place. That is a plate you can buy off the C1 Club just to cover where the brake lines go over. So that's done. We've topped up gearbox oil and engine oil and everything like that, so it's all good to test. Everything else under here is, yeah, it's all pretty clean at the moment. Rear wiper. Remember I said on one of the episodes, we're going to get rid of that? Well, we're not allowed. That's got to stay. So that's where it is. Right, I'm going to fit some tyres. Firstly, I'm going to strip this old one off. I've done the others, but I'm going to show you this one. So, usual job. Pop the 2 beads, chuck it on the table. Top adjuster, bar in, 1 bead off, 2 bead off. We won't be going anywhere with that. So, right, I need to talk to you about the wheel situation. So we're not allowed to run these steels. That's been banned now, so you've got to run an alloy wheel. But tomorrow, yes, tomorrow, I'm still here and it's like 10 o'clock at night, but I need to get everything done for tomorrow. So tomorrow we're doing a test day in Llandow race circuit. So there, it doesn't really matter what we use. So we're going to use the correct tyre, but because we haven't got enough alloys at the moment, we're going to stick it on the steels. I'll show you the alloy in a minute. There's a certain alloy that you're allowed to use that's OE, and then the other alloy that you're allowed is the one from the C1 Racing Club. So there's only 2 options of alloy. I managed to find 2 of the OE style one, and I thought, oh, I'll just gather wheels, but it turns out you're not allowed to mix the wheels, so it has to have all the same wheels on the car. It also turns out that the C1 Racing wheel is a little bit lighter than the standard one. So I think we're going to invest in some C1 Racing wheels. I'm still going to have a look out for those, because I would like a set of those. If we ever sold the car, it can go on those, or you know, we can still use them as long as they're all the same on the car. So it's a little bit annoying that, but it doesn't really matter too much. It's not going to be a waste of money. But yeah, tomorrow we're going to go on the steels, just because that's what we've got at the moment. So we're going to use the correct tyre, which I'll show you now. So this is a Nankang tyre. So these are control tyre, and they've got the little C1 Racing Club logo on them there. So they have to have that on it. It's pretty much a road tyre. I think it's a little bit lower tread than the equivalent. It's an AS1 Nankang, inside and outside, so they'll only go on one way. But yeah, that is what we're allowed to use. There's the specs if you want to see. So I'm going to fit these up. Well, I fitted the rest of them, and I've balanced them all. So I've just got this one to do. I'll fit this now. I'm going to put a new valve in, seal it all up, stick it on the balancer, and then put it on the car. So the car will have a full set of steels on it. That is the plan. So let me finish this. You helping, Chip? So a bit of bead sealer on there. Best put a new valve in, don't we? Quite a low profile tyre. The size is 155 55 14. Again, that's a control size. They all have to be the same. Ooh, that was a big one. Right, that is tyre fitted. Now I'm going to balance it, and then we'll put them on the car. See me fit those tyres. We've actually got something interesting coming up soon that involves world records. I'll talk to you about that in another episode. But it involves tyre fitting and world records. One tyre fitted. Let's get it on the car. Notice we've still got damage. I haven't had time to fix that yet. I will, and we'll have a nice livery on it soon. But for testing, I just wanted to get everything else done so that we can actually drive it and just get a feel of it. Just make a list then as well, which I'll talk to you about in the next episode when we're actually there. I'm going to talk to you about what we're doing basically. We're going to be making a list of things to improve, things to finish, and just making sure that we are bang on ready to race. I think we're thinking about doing a probably a C1 specific track day before the 24-hour. That would be good. We'd like to practice some pitch stops and things as well. So yeah, we need all of us there for that. But for the first test, it's just me and Tom. Mike's away in Sweden. So yeah, it'll just be me and Tom for this one. It's getting late. And yes, I'm on my own. Well, the other boys are probably all tucked up in bed, nice warm house, central heating on, and I'm here grafting away. Just remember that. So just a short episode this time. These have been quite short episodes, all of them really. And I apologise for not going into detail and showing you actually working on every single point of the car. It's taken a lot of time, and also I haven't got much time, so I've been trying to do it quick. I've been trying to just do the jobs as quickly as I can in between other jobs, so it's quite hard to get the camera out and film all that. But like I've shown you some of the bits that we've done. Hopefully that gives you an idea of what you need to do. If you want to know exactly how to pull these things apart, each individual part, I can do that, because some of this will have to come off again before we do the 24-hour probably. I think we might need to put a clutch in it before then, because it's going to get a bit of a hammer in it. It's nice to start from fresh. So there's a lot of things that will have to come off again. If that is something you'd like, a bit more in-depth detail of actually unbolting the bits, I can do that. But I just haven't had time on this little build series. So I'm just trying to get through the work and bring as much, basically updates when I've done the job, which isn't always great. Some people like to see a bit more, but yeah, I mean, it's tricky unless I get a full-time cameraman. That's all the wheels on. So I'm going to drop it down now. I'm going to bring those two alloys with me to the test, just in case. They are a slightly different size, I think. Yeah, they are a bit higher profile, but you know, we could put a pair on the front or a pair on the rear just to get us out of trouble on the track day. But ideally we want to run these because we want to just get a feel for that tyre. Right, I'm going to get it down now, show you a bit of the stuff we've done inside, and then I'm going to load it up on the trailer, strap it all on, make sure I've got all my spares and bits and bobs to go with me tomorrow. Fuel I need, which I might have missed a fuel station now, so I'm going to have to get that on the way. Super unleaded is what I'm going to put in it, and I'm going to probably put one in our tough jug so we can practice a bit of refueling as well. Right, not much to see in here, only I've showed you those fire extinguisher nozzles. I'm going to put a new wiper blade on in a minute because I think it's going to rain tomorrow. Kill switches are in and all that panel's on. Inside we've got a fully fitted seat. We have a steering wheel and the horn works on the central button because apparently that had to happen. I ripped all the wiring out, but it was quite easy to find and rectify. Kill switches are in there, ballast tray is in there, extinguishers in there, all the interiors back in. Dashboard I've cut, you know, it's not the tidiest here, I will admit, but I'm going to trim it all up later, and I've kept the bits that I've cut off, and I'm going to try and fit them in nicely and glue them back so it just looks a bit tidier. A lot of the boys said, don't worry about it, you know. They're all similar and some are worse, but I like to have it tidy, so I'm gonna try and rectify that. In the back there isn't much, but all the safety cages in, all bolted properly. I've butchered these doors to pieces to get past the roll cage, but we're gonna run the carbon door card. I just haven't had time to fit them, but we will fit them, so all this can go then, and it'll be covered with carbon. You just have to keep the top section, so that'll look quite good. But that is for another episode. So at the moment we are on the right suspension, the right tyres, and all the safety stuff is in. The only thing that's missing is the shims and the rear axle bushes. That is the biggest job I've got left to do, and also repair that damage. But otherwise, in 4 whole days more or less, we have built a C1 endurance race car, which I think is pretty good. But we'll see tomorrow when we actually test it whether we've done right or not. It could all end in disaster, or something could fall off, but I hope not. loaded on the back of the Transit. Two other things I'm going to take is the jump pack, you never know, and I'm going to take my gun with a 17 on it, that's ready to go. I'm also going to take that as well, and my spare wiper. Right, so here we go. I am loaded up. The next time you see me, I will be in slightly cleaner clothes, and I will be on my way to Llandow to test the mighty C1. So it'll just be me and Tom for this one. So yeah, I hope I've got some of the builds, so you've got some idea if you want to build your own what to do. It's not going to be the last episodes we do. I'm going to still go into some detail with some other bits and bobs of the car. So yeah, just stay along, stick around for the ride. It might be quite interesting. The next bit will be, I think, because we get to drive it then. So we'll make a list of what we've broken or what we need to improve. Yeah, so I'm tired now, as you can tell. So I am off to bed, and I'll see you in the morning. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff.